Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. It's Tuesday morning, right after doing the medieval show that we did this weekend. We got back really late Sunday. Yesterday, Monday, it was basically clean up after the show, put everything away for a little bit and do the inventory. Did very well. It was the first year they were doing it in that particular city, and it was a great turnout. Sold quite a bit of stuff, so that's good. Some of the highlights of what I sold was a 3-pound cross-peen hammer, similar to the one I use every day. The Persuader, that 3-poundish ball peen hammer, which I made in a video, I believe. A few years ago, that went, and also a little hatchet went. So I got to stock up on hammers a little bit, and that's going to be the focus this week. I'm going to start off with the cross peens because I already know my tooling is set up for that. I made a change with the press late last year, and I haven't got all my dies switched over yet. Basically, I made a little change to keep the bottom die in place a little bit better. There was a little bit too much slop in it, so I made a change. So now all my dies have to shrink a little bit. I haven't got all of them done yet. That is on the list, but not yet. So I'm going to start off with the cross peens. What I'm going to be using for it is Forklift tine. And I already have them cut and to the 3-pound hammer size, and I have a couple already squared off, so they're actually ready to go. They're just down here. Yeah, where are they? Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So I already have 3 pieces all ready to go. They've already been reshapen down to the size I like for the 3-pound hammers. So I can go straight into punching the hole. So we'll get the forge going and make some hammers. Yeah. The punch loop I'm using is a mixture of beeswax and graphite. Okay, so now that I've gone once over with my angled butcher die, I'm going to be switching back and forth between my flat dies and the butcher die just to clean up the shape a little bit. And we'll see how good I can do it. Normally I can do it in about 2 heats each one. Sometimes that doesn't happen. So yeah, flat dies, butcher dies, flat dies, butcher dies, and then I'll do the hammer work to fine tune it. And boy, is it hot here today. Let's see. We got 35. It's hot in the shop. So that's the bulk of the main forging done. Rest of it is from the hammer, but I need to cool off a little bit. So let's cool off, take a little break, and we'll do the hammer stuff. Okay, I'm back. So now up, gonna drift those eyes a little bit bigger. And then we'll get on to the hand hammering, yeah. Hey everyone. So Wednesday morning. Yesterday I got the 3 cross-peen hammers all forged out. They just need to be grinded. But before I do that, I also plan on doing some 3-pound rounding hammers. So I got 2 pieces of the Forklift tine. So I'm gonna start doing the rounding hammers. That way I can do all the heat treat grinding and handling of those all 5 hammers all at once and not flip back and forth. So get the forge going, and we'll get those the rounding hammer started. Okay, so I'm gonna let those rounding hammers sit in the vermiculite overnight, just so they can anneal. One thing with 4140 that the forklift tines are made out of, they will slightly harden if you just let it air cool. So, you know, save some time on grinding by annealing them. So, yeah, catch you guys tomorrow. Whew. Okay, so now that the hammers have sat overnight, there actually is still a little bit of heat on one. So now it's off to grind. First up, I'm going to be cutting the excess off of the cross peens, and then up to the grinding room and do the rough grind on all these faces. Okay, so got the rough grind done and the heat treat, as you saw. With this being 4140, it's an oil quench. It's now getting tempered for a couple hours at 450, which will, end result will be somewhere around 52 Rockwell. And I've had like good success with that with the hammers. So I figured now it's time to work on the handles. So I got a piece of ash here, and this is actually cut down from one of the large boards back there. This is actually the first time me doing my own handles. Normally I've just bought them before. Didn't really have the tools to do my own handles, but now that I have a table saw, I got a planer, you know, now I can start doing my own handles. This ash is actually locally harvested from like 10 minutes away from me. So I really like that I'm using local material. So let's get the handles started while I wait for the temper to happen. Stay. Okay, final stretch on the hammer is glue dried overnight, cut off the ends already. So now it's time for the final grind, going up to 220 on these guys. So let's go to the grinding room and get them done. Okay, so I sand down the handles on the belt grinder. Anything I can't get with that belt grinder, I actually take a palm sander over. And then after all that's said and done, I hand sand it just to get any of the marks I might have got from my hands on it. And now they're ready for the oil. So I'm going to be using linseed oil for these guys. And they're going to get a couple of coats. I basically slather it on and wipe off the axis after about an hour. half an hour to an hour. And then I repeat. And I'll do, like I said, probably about 3 coats on these guys. And that's the handles and the face. Well, the head, I should say. So basically, I'm just slathering it on right now. Let it sit for like a half hour. Wipe off the axis. And go for another coat. Really making sure that I get in the cracks of the eye as much as I can. Okay, so there's the hammers done. You know, for first time doing my own handles, they turned out pretty good. This one's actually my favorite. Yeah. So, yeah. Got to get these guys on my website, and guess that's a wrap for this video. See you guys next time.